Good evening and welcome to ClausenWorld. On this episode, I am going to transform my God experiment bed into a bed of not only flowers but food that I can give away. This is sparked by a TED Talk that I saw earlier today, and I had gone through this bed, planted some sunflowers, and I'm waiting for my bulbs to die back so I can dig them up. I had plans for this bed, I just wasn't quite sure what those plans were exactly. But today I decided, after watching that TED Talk, that this bed is going to be for others. So stay tuned. I have two beds that I'm going to transform. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're going to get it in. See you in a bit. I am weeding this bed. I'm going to pull back the wood chip, expose the soil because I did put down some cardboard under the wood chip a couple of years ago. So we'll see what this soil looks like, see if it's good enough to actually put some food in so that I can grow something to give away. This is my progress thus far. I hope you guys can see that I have a lot of wood chip on top. I've gotten as much as I could out from the bed. And I laid down cardboard about a year, maybe 2 years ago. Laid down cardboard, laid down wood chip. And if you can see, the soil is turning into a nice environment. Now down the center are where my bulbs are. I'm going to leave those. As you can see, I have a couple of sunflowers that I put in. They are varying different sizes. So hopefully this summer they'll be nice and big. But in the back here, and in the front and along the sides, I'm going to plant food in this bed. And I'm going to do the same thing in the bed down there in that end. So I'll be back with another view on how I'm doing so far. And before I do that, I just want to show you guys this right here. This is a God experiment. This is not something I planted. This is something that just sprang up. I think it's a holly. And I don't know why, but there are so many things in my yard that is just not forgiving. And this particular bush will poke you. I don't like it. But I'm going to leave it here. It has very spiky little leaves. And I'm going to leave it here because it wants to be here. And there are some other pieces coming up over here. And there used to be a shrub here. There's a long story behind that shrub. It got chopped down by the yard. I am back. One bed done and dusted. It was weeded. It was fertilized. I dropped seed. I put the mulch back on top, which I think is the secret to my God experiment. And then I watered that in really, really well. We might get a little bit of rain this week, but I'm not sure. So let me show you what I dropped in this bed. I put some nasturtiums in this bed. And let's see, what else do I have here? I have my bucket backwards, so let me turn my bucket around. I put some turnip tops in this bed. I put some Indian mustard in this bed. And this is a Florida variety. It says that it's a Florida broadleaf. Now all of these seeds are relatively old, past date. I got them in 2012, and when I went through my seed haul bucket, I found all these seeds, and I said, okay, let's see what I can do with these seeds. Now, the one thing I want to let you all know, that if you have any seeds that have a state on it or a country on it that's like warm weather, like Georgia, Florida, these are going to be items that you can plant in warmer weather. You can plant them in cooler weather, but they're going to withstand the heat really, really well. Just like if you have something that says Russia or Copenhagen, that's going to withstand the cold. I also dropped some curly leaf dwarf blue kale. I dropped some Swiss chard see, I also dropped a Georgia Southern or Creole collards, and I had a few of these beefsteak hybrid tomatoes, and I dropped the rest of these in there. And that's what I put in this bed. Now what you see in the center here that's all laid over and halfway dying off in green are some sunflowers, some crocus, some alliums, and the tulips have died back. I'm just waiting for them to just like really crisp and crunch up. Then I will dig those bulbs up because I want to place them somewhere else. And that's what I want to have a few people take away. If you're a brand new gardener and you put something in a place and you realize, I don't really like it in that place, or I think I would like it somewhere else just because I like that color scheme. If you're not loving it where it is, move it. It's your garden, do it your way. So now I'm off to the second God experiment bed. So I hope you guys like this, and I'll see you at the next bed. I'm at my second God experiment bed, and as you can see, there's still a little bit growing here. Most of it is weed, but some of it is not. There's one lone little petunia, lovely petunia. I dropped those seeds in the fall of last year. Yeah, I dropped them in the fall because it was cold when I dropped my seeds. These are clover. I never see this wild anymore. So I bought some red and crimson clover. This is a huge clover that I dropped seeds to. That leaning over is a tulip. And I can see, I saw it just a minute ago when I was over there. Here we go. This is also a clover that I dropped. This is the crimson clover. Isn't that pretty? You don't see these very often. I dropped them over here because I don't know if you can tell, this soil is pretty bad. Pretty bad. I have some sunflowers that are in this bed that I planted. Some more clover right there. And I'm trying to change the soil. That's the one thing you'll hear most gardeners say is the soil is what you need to have a good crop. And this soil is not very good. So I am going to work on this soil a little bit more. I did cover it with cardboard and wood chip. I don't know if you can see that flapping in the wood over there. There's a big hole where the squirrel was digging up some stuff. But I covered this with cardboard and wood chip about 2, maybe 3 years ago. And the squirrels keep digging it up. The birds keep digging it up. So you can still see wood chip here, but it's still pretty bad. Look at that. This is the soil that I'm working with right here. It's just red dirt. Red, hard, terrible dirt. I mean, I did it all the way around the entire house. And you can see pots and spaces and areas where, potholes where the squirrels have been digging. So I dropped clover and a few other things over here to see what would actually grow. I actually do have some crocus here too. This looks like a weed, but this is crocus. It bloomed already and it's on its way out. And because the wind is so terrible in my area, it's dead. These look like sunflowers as well. That looks like a tomato. This, yeah, that looks like a, I don't know, it looks kind of like a tomato, but no, I think this is a sunflower. The stem is purple. Yeah, we're gonna see what that is. This is also a flower that I put over here. I found that on the property, and I told you guys about that in a different video. This is it right here. The flowers on it are a beautiful royal blue. So I'm leaving some of this here, but I'm going to clean this bed up, and I'm going to try to amend the soil some and see what kind of food I can get to grow over here. I'm not going to put a lot of food over here, but I'm going to do my best to put some food over here because why not? And you all know what that is. That is a dandelion, and that is going to stay because dandelion root is very good for you. If you're not sure the benefits of dandelion root, please look that up. If I remember, I'll put a little link or something in the box below so that you guys can see the benefits of dandelion root. All right, let me get started. The wind was terrible. I do apologize for all that wind noise. It was so bad it knocked over my camera and I had to go grab it and pick it back up. But I'm over here doing the same thing to this second God experiment bed that I did to the first. I'm removing the weeds, pulling back the wood chip to expose the soil, amending the soil, putting fertilizer down, and dropping seed. I think this was a red tip bush that has turned into a red tip tree. And if you know anything about red tips, they get diseased. And these leaves all look like that. And this falls in this bed over here. So I've been digging out the leaves until they all look terrible. And then I have to clean up all my tools with some alcohol when I'm done. But I wanted to show you what I've been doing so far. Some of the soil is not so bad. Once you begin to dig into it, you can see some of the soil is actually amended, but a lot of it towards the back is still pretty bad. And again, I do apologize for all the traffic. I'm on the main road, so you can hear everything directly behind me. But this is what I've done so far. Just not far into it, but I wanted to show you the soil. And so far the soil, not too bad, still needs a little bit of work. Update, got experiment bed number 2. I have weeded it, I have fertilized it, and I have watered it, and now I'm about to drop some seeds. So this is what it looks like so far. I am not going to be able to plant closest to the back wall because that soil is still pretty bad. It's hard, it's compacted, and it's like red dirt clay. So I'm not going to plant there, but that's okay. I still have plenty of space where I can plant. And let's see what I can put in here. Let's see how much food I can pack in. Be right back. Excuse me. And it got a really good watering in. So this is what the bed looks like. And I am going to leave it. This is the God experiment. Whatever comes up, comes up. So let's keep an eye on it. I'll keep a track on it and show you the progress if something comes up. I had to come in and give you guys a brief clip on what I dropped in the second God experiment bed. Now I dropped some 4 o'clocks. I dropped some cucumbers, some corn, some golden delicious, and I had a mystery seed that I harvested, I don't know when, and I don't know what it is. It can either be a melon or a possible cucumber. I don't know. We shall see. So that's what I dropped in the God experiment bed number 2. Everything has been watered and put to bed. And we'll see in the next couple of weeks if anything comes up. I'll show you what happens.